The only theatre of its kind in the world. That's what it says in the brochure. Yeah, I can believe that. It's quite small though, isn't it? No, I like it, it's nice. I just thought it'd be bigger, you know.
Here we are in Hitchin, a lively market town teemed with shops, restaurants and bars. But Hitchin is like no other town, for the rural community holds a precious secret. Hidden away in the back streets of the lovely Hertfordshire town lies a converted industrial unit. To the average passer-by, it's no more than an old warehouse. But to those in the know, inside is a place of magic and laughter.
Welcome to the Market Theatre.
The Market Theatre is a 70-seat professional theatre, hailed as the only theatre of its kind in the world. We went along to find out what made it so special. Glenn Davis, a veteran of the theatre, was there from the start.
We decided to open a small fringy venue, and this place came up. We looked at a couple of other places, but this place came up, and we thought, yeah, that'll do it. So we decided to move in and knock it about and turn it into a theatre. Yeah. We were rehearsing the show and building at the same time, and I think it turned around about 4 weeks, I think. Which
quite
was
quickly,
yeah, ridiculous actually, to do a show and build the theatre. But we made it and we did it, and it was fine, and here we are today. The very first adult panto was called Send Me a Fella, which was a rip-off of Cinderella, of course, and it ran for 10 performances over 3 weeks, and our latest one that we did last year ran for 85 performances over 3 months. So it's really sort of blossomed into this great big uncontrollable monster, basically. But there's been all sorts. We've done, I mean, they're all sexual innuendo, and in fact they've got ruder and ruder over the years.
Why would they name hurricanes after women? Because when they come they're wet and wild, and when they go they take the house and car with them.
Whilst being a professional venue, the Market Theatre is also used for a number of different events. Assistant manager Glyn Doggett showed us around.
Hello, come in. Well, this, as you can see, is the Market Theatre studio. It's used mainly, most of the day, by the Hertfordshire Theatre School students as a dance space, and it's got mirrors and a bar that they do all their ballet routines with and stuff. It's also used as a general rehearsal space for the Hertfordshire Theatre School, for lots of other things as well, and they do their performances here. We've done a dance class here as well on a Monday night. That takes place during the term time and is run by one of the students at the Hertfordshire Theatre School.
5, 6, 7.
Well, I've been a dance teacher for quite a few years now. I qualified about 5 or 6 years ago, and so just sort of to get for fitness and for ex-students and people in the community, really just to get involved and have a good time. Really, it's just about having fun. We've got do tap class to begin with, which is, it was a beginner's tap initially, but my class is so good now that it's more of intermediate now, and then we do sort of a jazz class afterwards for an hour.
This is the backstage area. This is what we call the dressing room, although basically it's a dressing room, store cupboard, everything that you can think of. And if we go around here, you'll see the stage itself. And here we are on the stage at the Market Theatre. I'll just give you some idea of the size of it. I'm this side. If I walk, you'll see how quickly I get to the other side of the stage. That's how small it is. But it's great. It's a lovely space to perform in, and as you can see, the audience as a front row, they're literally here, which for the adult panto works brilliantly because you've got a lot of audience participation, and Glenn, who does the adult panto, and Nick, they can pick on the audience with ease from this distance. And it's lovely, and it's great to sort of look out and see that audience. Basically, it's advertised as the only theatre of its kind in the world. I think that's to do with the length of the shows. The shows here are only an hour long, so we like to encourage people that don't normally go to theatre to come here and watch a show, because maybe because they're not so long, if they don't enjoy it, they've still only sat for an hour, and the idea is that it encourages that sort of side of the population that don't go to live theatre, say in London or the West End, to come here, watch a show. It's not that expensive, and they'll probably enjoy it because of the fact that it's not too long, you know. We have the adult panto, which is our big seller of the year, which runs for ages now. It runs from about the beginning of December through to March now, so that's a long running thing, and that's a big seller. And then we also do a Whodunit, which is running at the moment, which is again one of our popular sort of murder mystery things that we do. And then we do a thing called a Scary, which is another big sort of thriller thing that we do, and that's always great because of the atmosphere of the theatre and the way that this place is so intimate. You really feel like you're in the action. So.
Actress, singer and songwriter Laura Gillians starred in her one-woman show What I Am at the Market Theatre in 2006. We caught up with her to find out how she became involved.
Well, it started because in the third year at HGS everyone has to write their own, I think it was 5-minute monologue, and it sort of sprouted from that because I wrote that about being at work at Sainsbury's, and so one of the characters sort of came from that, but the basic premise of it was there were 3 versions of me, really, 3 bits of my personality, and then I just sort of took them to extremes.
You came to be entertained, to forget your own problems, of which you have many, I'm sure. I can see you, Anne. You're always dressed like that. That's fine. Well, I've given him my CD. Can I have my first track, please? Oh, right, okay. Fish in the sea. You know how I feel. River running free. You know how I feel.
It's nicer, I think. It's a lot more intimate, but it can be quite frightening because the audience are just there, like in bigger theatres. But it also dictates the way you perform. You don't have to be quite so big here. You can be a bit more subtle. But I think the audience, if they've never been here before and they come and sit at the front row, they're a bit like, oh my God.
I love being English, don't you? What other nation can solve all its problems with a nice brew?
As well as providing a theatre venue and dance classes, the Market Theatre also holds the most important aspect of any venue. Built in 2005, the Long Bar provides a relaxing atmosphere to continue the night with a glass of wine and meet members of the cast after shows.
This all used to be part of an industrial unit as well. This, about a year and a half ago, we took over and literally converted it. It used to be various units and doors and things, and we've knocked it all through into one big bar.
It's just so intimate, and it's run with a lot of passion, the Market Theatre.
I think it's just a really relaxed atmosphere. You feel really, it's a very homely place.
Even if you don't like theatre, come and see it, because you'll probably enjoy it.
Performing to, local audience, it's nice. It's like community based. It's a nice experience.
Thanks very much, and have a good night. Good night.